You know, folks, at 72, I've learned that mornings never lie to you. The way you wake up tells a whole lot about how you've been treating your body. My name is Walter Green. I live alone out here in Ohio. Lost my wife about a decade ago, and after that, well, I had to learn a lot of things the hard way, especially about eating. 8 years back, I had one of those mini strokes. A TIA. Didn't knock me down completely, thank God. But it shook me up enough that I started paying attention to what I put on my plate. See, I used to think a vegetable was a vegetable. Didn't matter the kind, didn't matter how it was cooked. If it was green or grew in the ground, I figured it was good for me. Turns out, not exactly. Some vegetables treat us older folks real kind. Others, well, they don't sit so well with a body that's slowed down a bit. And I only found out because I kept making the same mistakes day after day until my body finally said, "All right, Walter, enough is enough." So today, friends, I want to walk you through what I've learned. Not as a doctor, I'm no doctor, but as someone who's been one step ahead of the trouble before it got worse. This isn't about fear. Lord knows we don't need more of that at our age. It's just about knowing better, little by little, so we can feel steadier on our feet and clearer in our minds. All right, let's get to it. Let me tell you about the vegetables I used to trust. That didn't exactly have my back. First, 4 vegetables we older folks should avoid. Number 1, processed potatoes, you know? Back when my wife was still around, we had a little ritual. Around 8 o'clock every night, after the news and after she finished her crossword, we'd share a bowl of kettle chips. Classic, salty, crunchy. Didn't seem like much. But after she passed, I kept that bowl beside me every night. Made me feel less alone, I guess. Then the mornings started getting rough. My fingers felt stiff. My joints acted like rusty hinges. And I'd wake up with that heavy, tired feeling, like I didn't rest at all. Took me a long time to connect the dots. Processed potatoes, chips, frozen fries, instant mashed potatoes, hit your blood sugar fast. And when you're over 60, your body doesn't bounce back the way it did in your 40s. My doctor just looked at me one day and said, "Walter, your body's trying to tell you something." He was right. When I cut out the chips and switched to better snacks, the difference was almost embarrassing. Like, how did I not see this sooner? So folks, enjoy potatoes if you want. But the processed stuff? Just go easy. They wear you down slowly, the way rain wears down a rock. Number 2, canned sweet corn. Now this one hit me during my living alone and cooking as little as possible phase. I'd grab a can of corn, pop it open, toss it in the microwave. Done. No fuss, no mess, 15 seconds of work. But convenience comes with a price. Corn's got a whole lot of starch, and the canned kind usually comes with more salt than we realize. My blood pressure started creeping up again, and I'd get this, well, bloated feeling after dinner. I blamed age, of course. We blame age for everything. Then my neighbor Harold, he's pushing 70, told me he had the same problem. He switched off canned corn for a few weeks and suddenly felt lighter after meals. That got my attention, so I tried the same. And you know what? My evenings felt calmer, less tightness in the chest, less gassy discomfort. Turns out that harmless little can in the pantry was doing more harm than I expected. Number 3, processed tomato sauces. This one hurt me the most because I love spaghetti. But as I got older, I noticed that the nights after spaghetti dinner were rough. Heartburn, chest tightness, trouble sleeping. The store-bought sauces are packed with salt, sugar, and more acid than our stomachs appreciate these days. We don't produce acid like we used to, and the acid we do get from tomatoes ends up feeling like fire. I didn't want to give up spaghetti night. It's one of the small joys of living alone. So now I just pick a sauce that says low sodium, no sugar added. Or I chop up some fresh tomatoes and simmer them myself with a bit of olive oil. Simple, kind to the stomach, and my nights are quieter. Number 4, raw spinach. Now folks, this one surprised me. A few years back I tried that healthy salad everyday idea. You know, raw spinach, cherry tomatoes, walnuts, the whole picture. Well, 2 weeks in, my stomach was a mess. Felt like a balloon under my ribs. Raw spinach has these things called oxalates. Don't worry, I won't get technical. But they're tough on older kidneys and tough on digestion. I switched to steamed spinach, and suddenly everything made sense. My stomach relaxed, my lower back stopped aching, and I could finally eat greens without feeling like I swallowed a bag of air. So if you enjoy spinach, just cook it a little. Your body will thank you. Now that we've covered the rough ones, 4 vegetables that treat our older bodies kindly. Let me tell you about the vegetables that helped me feel steadier, clearer, and more comfortable in my own skin. I'm not selling you a miracle. I'm just telling you what made my days easier. Number 1, steamed broccoli. You know, folks, broccoli saved my mornings. 3 or 4 times a week, I steam a small bowl. Nothing fancy, just soft, warm, gentle on the stomach. After a couple of weeks, I noticed my joints didn't complain as much when I got out of bed. My mind felt a little sharper, and I wasn't dragging myself through the day. It's like giving your body a hug from the inside. Number 2, baked sweet potato. Now this one became a favorite. Back when I was still eating white potatoes, my energy was all over the place. Big highs, big crashes. Sweet potatoes don't do that. They're slow, steady, safe, and they taste good without needing a stick of butter or a shaker of salt. I bake one, slice it open, sprinkle a little cinnamon, that's it. Good for the heart, good for the eyes, and gentle on digestion. I always tell my friends, if you want comfort food without paying for it later, go with sweet potatoes. Number 3, zucchini. Let me tell you something personal. After I turned 65, my stomach got more sensitive. Meals that used to sit fine started giving me trouble. Zucchini became my safe vegetable. Soft, hydrating, easy to digest. Goes down smooth and keeps everything moving, if you get my meaning. I saute it with a little olive oil. Simple, kind, dependable, like an old friend. Number 4, cooked carrots. Carrots remind me of my mother. She used to make them with Sunday roast, soft enough to mash with a fork. As I got older, I realized cooked carrots are a blessing. Easy on the gut, comforting, good for the eyes. And Lord knows we need all the help we can get after 60. I eat them at night because they're gentle. They don't keep me up, and I wake up feeling lighter. Sometimes the simplest foods really are the best ones. Friends, we're not getting younger, but we can get wiser. And every little choice we make, even something as small as switching vegetables, can help our days go a little smoother. You don't need to overhaul your whole diet. Just pay attention. Try one small change. See how your body responds. We've lived long enough to know that life is made of tiny steps, and those steps matter. I care about you folks. Truly. We've got to look out for each other, especially now. So take good care of yourselves today, and if you learned something, I'm glad. If you didn't, well, at least we had a nice chat together. All right, friends, this is Walter Green signing off. Stay steady, stay kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.